Hello and welcome back to Inquisitor Martyr. Last time we finished the Amber Void Crusade, and actually didn't fail it. And now we have actually a bunch of loot to go over. We'll open up the Delta Cache, just get it out of the way. I can't remember if this is... I think this is from completing the challenge for the seasonal stuff. So a couple more pieces of armor. That can just get mulched instantly. But everything else, we're just going to get rid of that piece right now. Disrupts everything. We're going to run through all the loot and see if there's anything worthwhile. I mean, that's not a bad Weird Vein Staff. Better loot quality. But the reduced damage on AoE is kind of a big hit, plus I'm still a level behind. That armor... Huh. Also, finally got that done in Berserk state. I don't think I even get Berserk tokens. I get in Rage. Might have to see if I can re-roll that. But, yeah, that quality difference is, let's try to piece this together. Okay, so that's a minus 2,147,483,517 points of quality. It's a little downgrade, just a little. That's one-handed. No. 101% bonus damage for bleeding effects. That's really strong. Inferno Pistol, no. Inoculator, that one's not that good. Swords. I just don't see value in the swords. Empyrean Armor, once again, a little downgrade. Aether Walker Armor, little downgrade. This Weird Vein Staff, though. That's not bad. See, there's upsides and downsides here. One, losing the bonus loot quantity kinda sucks. I like getting a lot of loot, helps me get cool stuff. On the other hand, losing the bonus damage to AoE psychic powers is a big hit. The 5 sockets, though, I can do a lot with those 5 sockets. I can ball out of control, but I can also just apply that to my existing staff. I think I will keep my existing staff, even though I do want those sockets, because the Warp Heat ability isn't that good, while my AoE damage is really strong. I can always fuse sockets in if need be. This stuff's not that great. Inoculator, once again, it's not that great. This staff relies on Thunderbolt of Authority, which is a problem. Grav Pistol. See, if this was my assassin, I would use that Grav Pistol instantly. It's not the greatest, but, it's an Archaeotech with a couple sockets already in. I might give this one a try. My level or higher, just have to not use an inoculator, deal damage, suffer warp damage. The suffer warp damage will be a little difficult, but everything else I should be able to do. So yeah, we'll give that a whirl. Yeah, it sucks losing the quantity, but we'll deal with it. One-handed Demon Forge weapon sucks because would have been nice to have a two-handed, but we do have this Weird Vein Staff. See, here is the big question. Because, yes, I lose bonus damage for AoE psychic powers, but I have a 19% chance to poison on hit, plus bonus damage for poison effects. Plus, if I really wanted to, I'd have to build around it, but I could build around it. I get 14% bonus damage, which is just straight damage, bonus critical damage, a chance to shock on critical hit, which is really good because that's another debuff. So there's a good case to be made here. I'll see if I can actually tweak that so I can get rid of the poison, because if I can switch it potentially to an AoE, I'd switch to that instantly. The poison is good, but there is other value there. All these other minor things. Fear, bonus damage. Oh, that's my enrage token one, though. I can't really give that up. Hang on, do I? Okay, so I have a berserk token. Yeah, so I just have... Yeah, I can get rid of that at some point. That one, loot quantity, movement speed's not that great. Chance to slow on burning skill hit, though, has value. The physical damage bonus isn't the greatest. See, there's a case to be made for the 42 HP gained on critical hit, though. Because I can sit there, slap the flame pillar down, continually land hits, crit, get HP. It's not a lot, but it's something. The Squignum, not worth it. Not worth it. Neural implant. I can make a case for this. I just wish it had another ability, because upon losing essentially 30% of my HP, I gain 30% HP regen for 3 seconds. Which isn't bad. So when I potentially get nuked again, if I don't die instantly, I can recoup. And that doesn't have a cooldown outside of what I assume is the 3 seconds. Oh, we're getting that. Flat out. Loot quantity, not as great, but it's still good. Bonus damage against regular enemies. Hey, they're in the way. They gotta die anyways. Damage reduction when suppression status is protected. I'm gonna roll that. But suppression damage bonus against burning enemies. Guess what I do a lot of? Set people on fire. So that is useful. Stun mine? No. Squignum? No. This one... See, if it had another slot, this would be perfect too. Add general vulnerability. When the target gets a debuff. But once again, guess what I do? I debuff. The melee damage bonus is trash, though. Feared enemies, well, I have to fear, and I don't think I have a fear chance on me. Thunderbolt of Authority causes heat vulnerability. Cool, but it requires T-Bolt, and I don't have it reliable enough. It's the same thing. Exposed state occurs at plus 10% higher HP. Is that for me or enemies? I don't know. I don't like that. I don't trust it. And then T-Bolt of Authority. Did I get 3? Wow. But yeah, that's all the gear. This has potential. Everything else wasn't the greatest. I mean, we did get one swap out. But, I mean, that's still good. How long it has taken me to get in Demon Forge gear, I'd say this was a worthwhile run. I am happy. Could have been better, could have been worse. And as we can see, I have the Archaeotech parts that if I really want to, let's quick do a modify. If I want to enhance... Okay, I can't... Do I do it under... Yeah, fuse a new socket. So if I want to, I can slap sockets in this way. But we will check modify. Oh no, I can't change the poison on hit. Yeah, that's the big thing, because I could also just ditch the poison effect. See, we'll hold on to it for a bit. We'll come back to it later, because I think there is value in it. I just don't know whether or not it is the best option at the moment. And give me your opinions on this, because I may be off base here. Maybe that poison is really good and that supersedes everything. My big thing is, if I wanted to do it, I don't have anything in the dot tree. So I would have to pour into this, because yeah, I can use this for heat anyways, because it's damage over time. Boost that, 2 seconds to dot duration. Actually, I really should put into this, oh my god. Like, this is stupidly strong. 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%. Dots disable enemy HP region. Well, that would be good. Plus another second to it. Supreme damage reduction. Oh my god, I'm stupid. Yeah, I'm pouring into this. I'm tempted to ditch all my range combat points and put them into this. Because yeah, 50% dot, 50% bonus 50% bonus poison damage against armored enemies, which is useful. Bleeding, I don't really care about that. But the rest of this is a good 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points. But I still need to get this done. I need to get at least these so I can get the 5% damage bonus for each debuff. Yeah, I really should just say screw it, because what am I getting? 9% ranged bonus. Yeah, we're gonna do that right now, actually. Yeah, you. We're gonna reset you, and then just go to debuffs. Don't really care about the knockdown. Care about the 5% damage bonus for each debuff. And then, yeah, dots. Because right here, yeah, supreme damage reduction, that's really good. Because that, if we check, is... where is it? Okay, supreme damage reduction allows me to go up to 80% damage reduction. Right now I'm at 30, but that's still good. I can find ways to get my damage reduction up. Yeah, see, we'll swap it out for now, because the bleed stuff's good, but it only affects one ability. We'll give it a field run.
Insertion complete. Transferring target coordinates of hostile artillery units to your tactical sensorium. Silence these guns before the Imperium's finest get pounded into oblivion. Good hunting.
See, I don't know how I feel about this. But I'm also not using it... like, I'm not dealing enough hits to really say for certain if this is worthwhile or not. Because there was a poison hit. Okay, so it looks like it might be the poison only procs on the basic attack, which is limiting. No, it procs on everything. So there is value.
Teleport beacon in range.
I just don't know if it's enough. Which is a shame,
Inquisitor, but there is
but
more.
I understand. Man, this is a toughie. We'll swap it back out, because we'll see how this next one runs, because this, I think this can be kind of the test, is running through one, seeing how I do. God, I can't really justify giving up the sheer amount of AoE damage. But like I said, I'll hold on to it for a while. You know, tuck it in a back tab and come back to it later, see what we all kind of think. Because that's the nice part about having you guys around, is I can bounce ideas off you, and sometimes I'm the one that's wrong. Frequently I'm the one that's wrong. So it's nice to get, you know, feedback and see maybe I'm just building it wrong, or I'm looking at it in a different way. Because as it stands, like, my big gripe is it's a 3% damage reduction on everything I hit with. That's a really steep cost. And at that point, I almost feel like I need to just keep running Void Crusades and hope for the best. Because the more I do, the more I learn, the better geared I'll eventually become, and I can just keep running Intel. Intel doesn't always pay out the best, but it pays out better than nothing.
Hostile unit down.
Also, why was there a teleport beacon?
Of the Emperor, of course.
We're checking this beacon. Haha, I knew it! I knew this was suspicious. Please don't be a guy who just instantly turns me into meat paste. Hey, he wasn't. Money. I'll take it. If anything, I'll just slap a bunch of slots into this staff. Like I had said before, it'll be expensive, but it does give me a very good staff to roll with for a while. And I have to double check what all the Psalm doctrines are, but I think there's one I kind of need to look at, and I need to run missions, kind of just generic whatevers for a while to build up my inventory again, because I'm short on one Archaeotech Psalm code, and I think it might be one I need. God, can we just talk about how awesome the Psalm code, like, doctrine concept is? I think you could actually, like, utilize that in a lot of games. Once again, just because I have it always on my mind. Bloodborne. Even though I don't think the game was the greatest, like some people think it is. The blood gems. If you had, like, they're random stat effects, but they all fell into certain categories. That's a lot of stuff. Oh, I also have the damage boost active from the Void Crusade. I still got that for like another 2 missions. But if you took that and then added the effects of like psalm codes of, oh, if you have, you know, let's say it's just 3 blood gem slots. If you have 1 from each of these categories, or 2 from this category and 1 from this, you get this bonus effect. Much like how they work in this. It'd be really cool. And it makes builds, I mean, people always min-max, but you can do cool stuff. Thanks. Hey, I just realized. You guys realize this? Remember when missions would end and I have to stop and open the thing and guess what I'm getting? This is it. Oh my god, this is such an improvement. I can now just see if I got garbage. Which I'm partially a little sarcastic about, but also, that's really nice. Yeah, melee skill. That goes into the trash instantly. Movement speed, not trash. Yeah, we'll put those 2 in storage. 1 because I might switch back to that, and that just to keep it on hand. And we'll quick toss these in because I don't like them taking up space. We'll just run another, why not? My OCD kicking in. Same modifiers as before. So, Psalm Code, Void Shards, extra stuff. Actually. Oh no, I can't run those. We'll do those later.
Your sensorium feed is up and running. Target coordinates decanted. Excuse my high gothic, but someone must be really desperate or mad to send an Inquisitor to take out field artillery units. Take care down there.
Yeah, see all those crits I was landing? That is the one justification I have for keeping the whole crits heal you. Please tell me I still have that item. Yeah, there it is. I was gonna say, please don't make me look like an idiot and have unequipped the item for something else already. And I mean, yeah, it's only 42, but it's something. Yeah, I'm gonna have to double check my abilities because I don't remember if I should be inflicting burning, but I don't remember.
At this rate, you'll be back on board.
Maybe my odds are just really low. Either way, I'm still doing fine, you know. 3 debuffs giving me 15% damage bonus. 4 in that case, like, come on. Even just landing my basic, that's a 5% damage up. Who's gonna really complain about an extra 5% damage? Especially when I'm dealing, you know, even 400, that's an extra 20 damage. Like, that is a fine boost. Signum of Rampage. Don't know what that is. Probably not useful. Or it might be, I don't know.
You did a short work of that one, Inquisitor, but there is more.
I do wish some of the skills and stuff, like the one radical one that I've been eyeballing that I don't have, where it's the becomes warp damage on hit taken. I get a feeling it's the incoming damage becomes warp, but I would rather have it be a longer sentence and explain upon receiving damage, further incoming damage becomes warp damage. Or if it isn't, explain it that way, because I don't like the ambiguity. Maybe I'm just reading it wrong. I very much could be. But I never know. And I don't like gambling on that. You know what would be cool? I think they already have it to a degree, but a Necromunda game that plays like XCOM and having all the factions. If you remember when I played through Hired Gun, all the bounty missions, you had like the corpse grinders and I can't remember what they were, but essentially the cops. There was the redemptionists. There's all the different groups. It'd be cool if you had all those factions you could fight against. You know, you pick a house. Goliath, Morlock, Vansar, all them. And then you try to fight for, you know, control of your area or whatever. I think it'd be cool. I think there'd be a good amount to do and it'd be fun. I just don't want something like Mordheim. If you played that game, the video game, not the board game, the video game, I feel like they tried to make it a little too close to the board game, but also not. And it just was not fun. And I do get it, potentially wanting to avoid like just cloning XCOM. I mean, games have been cloning XCOM since pretty much Enemy Unknown. Because that's when it really got big mainstream popularity. Because I remember the show Falling Skies, they did a clone of it. It wasn't bad, it was just bare bones. But so I get people wanting to avoid just copying it, but I mean, they did it well. Even Phoenix Point. People give Phoenix Point a bunch of crap. And I don't think it's warranted. Yeah, the game could have been better. Yeah, the modding community really, to my eyes, doesn't seem to exist, so what we get is what we get. But I think the game had potential. I should probably destroy this. I'm just sitting here walking around, not even thinking, just like, yeah, the objective is just like wipe people out or something, when it's like, oh, I should really stop that from doing damage. But that is all for now. If you enjoyed this mission, if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit the like button. Helps out the channel a lot. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.